In this video, I'm going to explain a few options for us to tune 21 key kalimba. The one that is sold by Luru and April Young is the first option here. 21 key in C major, starting with low F or the low 4. So, these 4 notes here are the extra notes that are not available on the 17 keys kalimba. So it starts with 4, 5, 6, 7, and then followed by the normal 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what we get on the normal kalimba. So the difference in the 21 kalimbas is we get these 4 extra notes, and that is why we say that we don't see a lot of taps for the 21 kalimbas, but what it actually means is that we can still use the taps for 17 keys kalimbas and just ignore these 4 notes here. Meanwhile, some of us might be thinking that, well, since I don't get taps using these 4 notes, why don't I tune it to make the C in the middle so that it looks like a 17 notes kalimba? So when we do that, we are going to tune this 4 lower F to C, and it's like tuning 5 notes, 5 white notes on the piano up. Okay, so we are going to tune it. This is how it looks like for the normal 17 key kalimba, starting from C or 1 all the way here, and then you would get extra 4 notes that you can continue to tune up. So our normal 17 keys kalimba would end at the high E or double octave. So we get the first E, second E, and the third E, which is on the second octave. Then you can continue to tune 4, 5, 6, 7. But okay, you can see here that I'm putting this at the higher level, C, E, B, D here, because these are the notes that we usually call the high tones, and they don't sound very good. They have very little resonance because there is a very short length of metal for the sound to vibrate. So imagine if you are going to tune it like even higher than the E, this is going to have like even shorter metal times for it to vibrate, and I'm not sure how it will sound like. It will probably sound quite horrible, or you will find that it's completely dead. So you are going to waste the 4 notes here. Okay, so what I would recommend for those who find that they don't quite like the original 21 keys tuning, starting with the lower 4, they want to make it look more like a 17 times kalimba, change it to F major. So in F major key, the first note is F, so this is our middle F here. We basically don't need to change the notes here. As you can see, it's still the same, starting with F, and the highest note is still an E, same like the original tuning here. And this is also the new Linting 21 keys tuning. So we start with F. In F major, you would just need to change all the B's. There are 3 B's. Change all the B's into B flat or A sharp. And then this would be your 1. You would still find it starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like playing a 17 keys kalimba starting with a 1. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, the advantage of this tuning is you will get higher. Instead of ending with a mi, it can go like you get extra 4 notes here. Fa, sol, la, ti, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you can leave it as it is, you don't play with it, or you can make use of it to play even higher notes on a song. So I would really prefer to use this. You would still get the sound coming up from here because you are not changing the length of the time. It is still a C note. Same as the original 21 key kalimba. So actually, Lingting and Luru, if you want to change the tuning, is interchangeable. If you buy yourself a Lingting F major and you want to change it to a C, what you need to do is just to change the B flat into a B, and you would get the 21 key kalimba in C major. Okay, I hope this helps. For C major, starting with low F, the advantages of this tuning is that we will get 4 extra lower notes, and this is very useful to create deeper harmony and longer arpeggios. And we can still play songs for the 17 keys. We will just ignore the 4 lower notes. However, the disadvantage is that this layout might take some time to get used to because the middle note is not the first note of the scale, as in it doesn't start with the do or the 1. And it is quite difficult at the moment to find tabs utilizing all 21 keys. Next, let's look at the tuning in C major, starting with C, which is the do. The pros is it is easier to get used to the layout because this is similar to 17 keys kalimba starting in C or do. We can play notes meant for 17 keys without much adjustment. Meanwhile, the disadvantage is that the 4 extra notes will now become the highest notes and are likely wasted and cannot be played at all because the length of the metal times will be too short to produce a good sound. And this option involves the most retuning of the 3 options available, or the 3 options which are revealed in this video. The final option that we are looking at is F major, starting with F. The advantages of this tuning is it's easier for us to get used to the layout because it is similar to 17 keys starting on the first note, do or number 1. You will get extra 4 high notes which are still playable, and we can still play songs meant for 17 keys as long as we follow the notation in number form. The disadvantage of this option is that we won't be able to play songs if the song is written using letter notations meant for C major songs. However, this is a common problem which exists for kalimbas in B major, A major, G major, D major, in short, any kalimbas which are not in C major. So I hope that this review will give you a more understanding of the advantages and disadvantages of the different tuning.